Now, we're still talking about the instability in Nigeria's foreign exchange market and the weakness of the Naira, which are posing a significant threat to the West African country's ambition of becoming a $1 trillion economy. According to financial analysts, the Naira devaluation has triggered a loss of about $193 billion in the country's gross domestic product when converted from Naira to dollar. They say Nigeria amassed a total GDP of 224.54 trillion Naira for the year-long period of second quarter 2022 to third quarter 2023, converted to US dollars at the exchange rate on the website of the Central Bank of Nigeria. At the end of September 2023, 768.76 Naira to dollar, Nigeria's GDP stands at approximately $292.08. However, using the exchange rate before the FX unification policy of about $462.88, Nigeria's GDP would have been at approximately $485.09 billion. The Naira devaluation of 39.79% also triggered a loss of value in the GDP in dollar terms at the same rate. Well, now to further discuss this, we're now joined by Muda Yusuf, the Chief Executive Officer, Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise, CPPE, to help us unpack the latest development. Thank you so much, Mr. Yusuf, for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's a pleasure.
Good evening.
Good evening to you too. Now, Mr. Yusuf, talking about the instability of the Naira and the devaluation of our currency, can you elaborate on the factors that contribute to the instability of the foreign exchange market, of the country's foreign exchange market, and the weakness of the Naira?
Well, the basic factors are factors of demand and factors of supply. Because exchange rate is a price. And in elementary economics, it is the demand and supply factors that determine price. But the biggest challenge we have, at least in the past couple of months, has been the challenge of supply. The CBN, which normally is the main supplier of foreign exchange to the foreign exchange market, at least over the last couple of years, has not got the capacity to inject foreign exchange supply as it used to, because the reserves have been largely encumbered by all the experiences we had in the last couple of years. There have been a lot of forward says a lot of outstanding maturing obligations and things like that.
So if we're to assess the impact
to that extent, the capacity is that...
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I was saying if we're to assess the impact of the instability in the foreign exchange market on Nigeria's economic goals, particularly its ability or ambition to become a $1 trillion economy, in your own opinion, how would we assess that?
Well, it's achieve it fully. At least we can achieve it partially, maybe 70%, 80%. But the beauty of setting an ambitious goal, at least, is to inspire a lot of desire, determination to achieve those goals. We may not achieve it 100%, but at least you need to set the bar high so that you can aspire to something bigger. And what will happen is that if we're able to build the kind of confidence which we hope the current economic reforms will build or will generate within the economy, within investors domestically, with investors externally, is something that we can achieve, if not fully, but at least to a large extent we can achieve it. Because what is important is to be able to grow investment, is to be able to create an environment that inspires confidence. And that is what all these current economic reforms are all about. So if we're able to follow through with the reforms and commit to creating the right kind of environment for investors, if we're able to tackle the problem of oil theft so that we can improve on our our balance of payment position, if we're able to restore our refineries in such a way that we don't import too much of petroleum products, By the time you put all of these things together, we see a lot more stability in the macroeconomic environment and as well as in the foreign exchange environment. And once we get to that point, we begin to see a lot more growth prospects.
So can we say that there are specific measures or policy, economic strategies that could be effective in addressing the challenges that the foreign exchange market in Nigeria are facing and the weakening of the Naira as well?
No, so measures are already being put in place. You can see that the central bank has been able to substantially clear the foreign exchange backlogs. I'm talking of maturing obligations. That has sent some very positive signals to the market domestically and externally, and that will help to boost their confidence. Then the government is taking steps to, boost oil production through all the efforts to curb all this criminality in the oil producing areas and reducing or eliminating oil theft. We're able to make more progress with that. That will also increase our capacity to generate foreign exchange. Then if you address, the critical, issues, including even the current reforms, because the whole essence of the current reforms around foreign exchange, the unification and all of that, is also to be able to encourage more inflows of foreign exchange into the economy. So these are some of the things that the government is already doing. And if we're able to scale the momentum in all these areas, of course, we'll be able to achieve that stability that we desire.
Is there a possibility that the current economic condition in Nigeria can influence investor confidence, both domestically and internationally? And if it does, what implication will that have on the country's long-term economic growth?
No, it can inspire confidence. Listening to the Central Bank of Nigeria at the CIDN dinner, any investor that listens to him, at least will have some measure of improved confidence or enhanced confidence in the direction of policy and in the commitments of the central bank to be able to correct some of the distortions that we have had in the past. He has talked about the capitalization of the banking system. He talked about, ensuring proper coordination between the fiscal and monetary authorities. He talked about stronger stakeholder engagement. He talked about, ensuring that the forex management is more transparent. All of these kind of pronouncements coming from somebody at that level, managing the Central Bank of Nigeria, of course, will have quite a lot of positive effects on the confidence of investors. And once we're able to restore the confidence, of course, things will continue to get better. I think that is the way to go.
All right, Mr. Muda Yusuf, Chief Executive Officer, Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise. Thank you so much for joining us on the news.
Thank you very much, my pleasure.